Hey, Chad, today on the Hunter Wick podcast, it's Bad Father's Day.
Bad daddies.
Bad dads, poisonous papas.
There's a trend. There's a
Mhm.
trend that good dads are now bad dads.
Right.
And that wasn't always the way. So I guess there's dads are just so awesome all the time that there's no such really thing as a bad dad because all dads are so perfect that they
Right.
had to invent and they had to change good dads like Fred MacMurray. Is Fred MacMurray
Yeah.
going to become a serial killer now?
My three sons. Well, he did do he doesn't tell his sons when he was younger, he got into an insurance scheme with some dame and murdered somebody.
Yeah,
Right. That's
right.
double
Well,
indemnity.
they don't really get into it, but the show was originally called Three Dead Prostitutes. And,
Yeah.
and each
And
one
then
had a kid.
he made this substance, this really bouncy substance, and he sold it to DuPont, and they dropped it on the people in Vietnam. Did you know that?
That's right.
Fucking
See,
Fred MacMurray.
all the stories are dark in Hollywood.
And then he ran over people with his flying car. I guess it had the flubber in it. Robin Williams, he got exposed to flubber and then he died, right? That's how he died. They won't tell you that in the remake of The Absent-Minded Professor.
I got a little flubber in it. Recently, it's Batman's dad, right?
Yeah, they totally. I
want to call him Wayne. Wayne. His first name
Wayne.
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 Yeah.
Wayne.
That's why the penguin is always going Wayne.
It's Thomas Wayne.
Really?
Tommy. Yeah, Thomas Wayne.
But starting in the Joker.
Yeah.
They had to turn it. They turned Batman lost his parents in an alleyway. It's such a sad story. He dedicates his life to being a crime fighter because of it.
Yep.
But now, the more you find out that his dad's a jackass and maybe he deserved to be killed in the alley.
In the Joker, it was Thomas Wayne was stooping a secretary or assistant or something, and Arthur Fleck was born of it, and then he was adopted. He wasn't, of course, Arthur Fleck then, but he was adopted by, I think it was Penny Fleck was his mother's name, and he became a Fleck. But then in the Joker, like, it turns out he isn't even a Fleck. He was adopted by his mother.
And then in the Batman, they pick it up again. And suddenly, I think that the Riddler is the illegitimate son of the other maid that
That's
Thomas
right.
Wayne boinked.
That's right. Couldn't keep it in his pants, Thomas Wayne.
It was all this corruption, though. It was like he's layers and layers. Now he's like he's like criminal crime boss.
They should have called him John Thomas because he couldn't keep his John Thomas in his pants.
Well, if they would have called him John Wayne, then
John Wang.
All
should have called him Thomas Wang.
Batman now has to deal with I've been brooding, and especially he's so brooding in the Batman. Now he's been brooding, and he's been brooding, and stop saying bad things about my dad. I'm not ready for that.
I don't understand why Thomas Wayne would take his family to see a play and then lead his family down this dark alleyway, covered in glittering jewels. Of course they're going to get shot. It's in the worst crime-ridden city in the world. But that's a douchebag that does that.
Yeah, it's like, come on, no, this is faster. It's faster.
Yeah, I'm just going to take a shortcut here down this alley in Gotham, right? Jesus Christ. How about Superman's father?
Yeah, Superman's father, the way I remember it, he's turned bad too. Because you have in Man of Steel, you have Kevin Costner. That's the first step that he's gone bad, right?
Right.
You know that the movie's now going to be 4 hours long. So that's pretty bad.
Right.
But yeah, Kevin Costner he doesn't want Clark to use his powers in front of anybody while a tornado is coming in to sweep him away.
Yeah. He's a little bit too absolute, I guess, with his he knows he's sitting on a nuclear bomb pretty much with his son, right? It's just this has incredible power. So he's like a little bit too strident in like suppressing this natural these natural abilities from Clark.
Yeah. It's kind of like
bites him in the ass.
So right at the end of the scene where he knows that he's going to get sucked into the tornado, but then Kevin Costner leans in and says, "Your mother Martha, it wasn't an accident when she fell down the well. And that's when Clark like put his hands back and let Kevin Costner go. That's the way I remember the story.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's bad.
Damn.
Yeah. And then in the new one where it's what's his name? Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
And Russell Crowe's a bad boy. Marlon Brando was a bad boy too, but I guess he was trying to clean up for Superman. Yeah. And so Russell Crowe is a jerk. It's his fault that Krypton, was destroyed.
He like flipped the wrong switch or something.
No, he was like, it's my vanity. His vanity is what caused the destruction of Krypton.
Nice.
He still managed to get his kid off the planet and save it.
Yeah, he gets jettisons his kid out, right? Don't build a bus, build a bus, build a shuttle. You can maybe take 8 out.
That's right.
Instead, just your own, right?
If it was Donald Trump, he'd be like, Don Jr., I'm sorry you're staying on the planet with me.
Yeah, but
no one lives if I don't live.
But I mean, apparently, according to all the Superman lore, like his cousin got off, and his nephew got off, and his niece got off. All his cousins left Krypton too.
There was a lot of cousins getting off apparently on Krypton.
Yeah, Krypton or Kentucky. Which one are we talking about? America's Dad from the 80s, Cliff Huxtable.
Oh yeah.
Who was apparently he was an MD, but he was using his MD smarts to like pick out the perfect sedatives to drop into women's drinks and then have his way with them. Right. Allegedly.
I'm just gonna write a prescription for how do you spell roofie?
Prescription for love.
This Jello pop doesn't taste so good. It's a bit bitter.
Yeah, you can name about 12 different products because what's it?
That Jello,
Bill Cosby
Jello shop is burning my eyes.
Forced sexual assault, hilarious.
Another guy who had good examples of dads, who turned out to be not such a good dad, Will Smith.
Yeah. Not the best lesson to teach your son. Just violence. You're offended. Violence somebody offends you with words. Somebody offends you with words. How do you answer back, son?
Yeah.
With your fist, open-handed.
And to make that, the son was so proud because after that, the son, the guy from the Get Down, I forget his name, and I don't really care anymore because he can fuck off as well. He tweeted, and that's the way we do it.
Wow.
That's what he tweeted.
That's the way we do it. That's the way we handle confrontation.
That's right. That's the 2022 bad dad.
But yeah, I'm not a big fan. I wish I could remember his name too. I would think Willow, but that's the daughter, right?
That's right.
Willow Smith.
Is it Jaden?
It's Jaden Smith. That's right.
I just connected it. You say Willow is the girl.
Yeah.
And it's Will is the dad, and Jada is the mom, and Jaden is the son. That is the worst. That is the worst. Who the fuck do they think they are? They is this it's like Elizabeth's and Edwards? What the fuck?
They're being so cute with their names.
Oh my god. We would be remiss to not mention the greatest bad dad of all time, Lord Vader.
Right.
Luke, I am your father. No.
And Leia is your sister.
No.
Huh? And what is it? The
midichlorians are in your bloodstream. That gives you the power of the Force. What?
Now you're just fucking with me. In Vader's plan to usurp Palpatine and take over the galaxy, at least he wanted to include his son in it, right? He wanted to include his son in the family business.
Chop a hand off.
Yeah, chop a hand off.
It was a sword fighting hand.
Maybe a little harsh.
Sword holding hand. Another bad dad is good old Victor Frankenstein.
Yeah, created his own. I guess that's what a father does: is create his progeny.
In the end, it was he wanted a really smart brain, but he did get Abby Normal.
That's right. Young Frankenstein. Yeah, in Young Frankenstein, Gene Wilder is what, the great?
He's the
grandson.
No, just the grandson.
Just the grandson of Victor Frankenstein. But he has a good relationship with the creature he makes, played by Peter Boyle.
Yeah.
It's like he's teaching him, educating him, and teaching him. And then he teaches him how to dance. Put on the rings.
He switches. He's going to switch braids.
That's pretty good. That's close enough.
He's gonna switch brains with him so that he can save him. That's the premise.
Oh, okay.
And then it gets cut off, and he doesn't get to finish the transference, right?
Yeah.
But the hilarious thing is that the Frankenstein monster becomes smarter, and Gene Wilder gets a big dick because it was the Frankenstein monster had a big cock,
The schwanz.
and that's what he got. And at the end, Terry Higar, who he marries, looks into the flag. She's like, "Woo!" Like, how do you inherit that from a
fucking classic? I'd say one of the greatest comedies ever made.
So good.
Yeah. But behind me, I've got the stepdad, one of the bad fathers of cinema.
Right.
Who just terrorizes family.
You know, who's the actor who plays the stepdad?
His name is Terry blah blah blah. Do you ever see Lost?
Yeah.
He's bald.
Oh yeah, right.
He's the guy from Lost. He's super
guy.
young. This is 88, I think, the stepfather.
It's so funny. So I coming up to the show, I thought of stepdad or stepfather or something like that.
Yeah, stepfather, I think it's called.
But I remembered I confused this movie with another movie that starred Michael Gross. And I thought
Michael Keaton's dad, Family Ties.
Right. And I thought he was the guy in Stepdad. He was the stepdad. But he's not.
Yeah.
He was in this other terrible movie called With a Vengeance.
Starring Steven Seagal. With a vengeance. Above the law.
It was like Melissa Gilbert.
Getting fatter.
And so it was, it was a kind of hand that rocks the cradle kind of movie. And
right.
It's like he was such a nice dad. And then he, I guess, tried to like stretch, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm gonna be a lecherous, creepy guy. There's
I gotta shake this the Stephen Keaton, goody two shoes look.
That's right. I'm gonna get all Christina Aguilera dirty, and it just didn't work because then nobody wanted to hire him as America's dad. Nobody wanted to hire him as a serial killer.
Right.
But I always imagined, and the way I remembered it was that he starred in Stepfather, and I thought. Right. So maybe they should remake it. They should bring, Michael Gross back to,
Yeah, Michael Gross would be the grandfather or the father of the guy.
Yeah.
Who's the bad dad.
He can family tie them up. Dr. Evil?
Oh, yeah.
He's a bad dad.
Yeah.
He likes Mini-Me way more than
Seth Green was his son that's being ignored. That's a good one.
Zip it. Zip it.
But
King of Erindale and Frozen.
The King of Erindale. What took his wife on a boat cruise and they drowned? I don't think that's really bad dad.
Well, because he bashed her over the head with an oar.
Jesus. Does that extended scenes or something in Frozen? What the fuck?
Director's cut.
He goes, look, dear, look, you can see the coastline. And she goes and look, and he does a Norman Bates on her with an oar. That's not right.
Pardon?
Clubs her over the head. Jesus Christ, Disney is going dark. God damn. Yeah, so I think that probably wraps it up. So I wanted to thank everyone for watching us give bad dads a really good spanking. And you can show us some fatherly love by giving us a donation on our Ko-Fi page, which is listed in the description.
Who's your daddy?
Come here. Come here. You know what? You're like a child. Talking. If you just one time. Zip it.